Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I've got honestly no idea what we're going to do today. None. So we'll just see where things take us. Possibly some Elite Specialization Collection stuff. I want to take a break from PvP stuff, though. So obviously after the big day yesterday, got plenty to talk about. Going to cut to the intro, make some coffee, close the windows, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty. Welcome, guys. I'm back. Hope we're all doing good. Kabads asks, hey, why is the coffee icon gone? The coffee icon is gone because I wanted to add the Guild Wars 1 ones, and I had to decide which of the old ones I wanted to remove. And I picked the coffee one. I know that it was... The coffee one is the one I removed that we most used. There are several others. Nobody, I think yours is the first message I've seen that hadn't... nobody... that I've seen people have been talking about. The other ones, I don't know whether anyone has been. I know that we'd been using the coffee icon, but its use case was kind of a specific manufactured, like, hey, at the start of the stream thing. So I figured we might get a bit more value out of the others. I don't know for sure, so... noted that you've asked for that back, and I can add it back. I've still got the graphic and stuff. It would just be a matter of swapping out one of the other Guild Wars 1 ones or whatever. I guess we'll have to see what people want. But that's what's happened there. So yeah, Jim KB says, hey WP, great stream yesterday, man. Loved your casting with Roy. Hope to see more soon. Thanks very much, man. Basically, I thought it was pretty good. To be honest, I wish it had gone a bit better. I'm kind of upset that so much production didn't work. So many of the overlays and things got busted. So I really think I kind of messed stuff up there. Having never practiced looking at arenas rather than tournaments kind of sucked ass. It really ruined it a little bit. So the entire way through the event, I was kind of frustrated with that. Probably, I'm hoping I hit it reasonably well, and it didn't really come up too much. So it was a bit annoying. Other stuff, I wish that I'd actually done my PvE series before and given people more than 1 day notice. Because viewership was very good. It was very good, but like, and everyone's been extremely nice and wonderful about that. Like Roy didn't have to go off on that speech towards the end there about me, right? Like, everyone's been very nice, and I get it, right? Nobody really watches PvP, so it's very cool when PvP gets viewership. But it could have been so much more. Nobody seems to realize it could have been so much more. You know, like, we got half of that by playing SAB, right? Well, almost half of that. It's kind of dizzying to think that yesterday, just Roy's tourney, on a fraction of the money spent, got quarter of the biggest, or even slightly over quarter of the biggest tourneys worlds, right, that the devs ever put on. You know, like, that's kind of amazing that a random community initiative 1 day in advance is announced and PvP can get that. So I think it's got real legs, but I just regret that we didn't go a lot further with it, because I think we could have gone a lot further with it. And yeah, a few other things timing wise, I think we've learned some stuff. I don't know whether people really wanted it to be a 9-hour stream or like a full day event. I was expecting it to be like 4 to 5 hours. I don't know how they'll work that forwards. I felt like there was a little bit of balance that was trying to be struck of, like, not boring the players themselves. But there were a lot of other things I really felt need to be on the stream. You need to explain what the maps are. You need to explain who the players are. You need to explain what the builds are. Towards the end, we never used the composition lobby too much, but everything was broken, right? So I want a leaner, quicker, better way of working that, and I might have to speak to CVPCS about it. It depends how invigorated CVPCS is, because I got a lot of very big ideas, but he's the only person really on the scene that might be able to make them work. So I don't know. We'll have to see a few stuff like that. But yeah, it was a good event. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. Chat seemed alright. I haven't looked back at the VOD at all yet, so I don't know sort of how chat felt with the giveaway spam. I know some people would rather copy pasta just flying through. They think that's funnier somehow. I don't know. I feel like whenever you get a stream over 1K viewers, with the exception of some people's streams, I was included, I'd actually say, but after you get after a certain threshold, it's you kind of lose a lot, you know, of chat experience anyway, because it's just flying, scrolling stuff. It's like, once you get to a certain speed, chat really only becomes entertaining to people new to Twitch or in their early teens. I don't know. Like, if it's going so fast, eventually you just get bored of it, right? After enough hours of watching Twitch fly past, like, what's the point? But I don't know. Maybe that's just my dickish opinion there. Yeah, so I don't know. Having it as giveaway spam, that might have been kind of cool instead. What else? I feel like my casting wasn't very good either. I feel like a lot of my commentary was just like, I don't know. I could have been more pointed about it. I could have had more insights. I'm not sure exactly. I had one person say to me, "Oh, you were too negative during the Tempest tanky bunky stuff." I don't think I was, though. I've checked that at least, and I'm very happy with what I said there. I think that was fun. It was all in good fun. And yeah, it was just a cool event. Hey, New Levels, it's good to see you. Holy flipping cows, subbed with Twitch. Prime, thanks very much, man. Bacon Asura as well. Bacon Asura, that you just hit a year, dude. Congrats. That's badass, man. That's very, very cool. So yeah. There you go. Look, Aloda's using a Guild Wars 1 icon in chat there as well. Oh my god, WP tournament, her wrong day, damn. What, Aloda, did you miss it? Did you miss the tourney? Really? That's insane, dude. Didn't think you'd be streaming today. Think you could have given yourself a day off after yesterday's performance. The show must go on, man. Listen, PvP is like, it's on the side. Like, the thing is, for all the viewers we got there, I will have. The vast majority of my audience would not have deliberately not have tuned in. So for all those guys, I've got to keep working, right? It can't, one can't really replace the other sort of thing. That said, I still haven't had my Deadeye video out, and the next LP video I've got to make too, and I've got some other real life things that I want to work on today. So today's stream will be shorter. Not because I really need the rest, but because I need to spend the time on other things. I'll tell you what, I did get extra rest though. I slept like a baby last night. It was so good. I actually woke up at 2 in the afternoon. My sleep's been really good for like most of this year. You know, not waking up late, not doing the stupid like dim-witted 15-year-old thing where you wake up like at late afternoon and you're going to bed regularly at 6 a.m. and shit. I've actually managed to fix that for this year, and it's pretty cool. But last night I slept so hard. I slept from about 2 till 2 yesterday, and it's great. It was really, really, really nice. Good sleep. And so I was about to give you an anecdote about one of my dreams, but possibly not appropriate. So we'll move on with that. I don't know what I want to do on the stream, basically. I kind of want to play PvP. We might do 1 queue on Rev. We'll do 1 queue. I know I just said, oh, we'll do a stream for non-PvP people. We'll just do a regular, we'll do 1 game, and then what I think we'll do is we will move on and maybe do some POF achievements. So there was a Reddit thread. Let me just tell you guys. Actually, we can do that on this stream. We can do that. So there was a Reddit thread that blew my mind yesterday. Got nothing to do with the PvP tournament, nothing to do with any of that, right? I wonder if you guys know what it might have been. What Reddit thread might have blown my mind? Anyone who's been following that closely, watching the community, have a think. I'll be back in 2 seconds. We're just getting a can of drink because it's very hot. Alright, I'm back. How do I get that login screen from the start? That's not a real login. Well, it's based on a real login screen from the betas and the game's development, but they changed it and deleted it for security reasons. So now if you want it back, you have to spoof it through a tool called Guild Wars 2 Launch Buddy. If you want to use that, you can get the login screen back through that. Type that in chat and you can get Launch Buddy. Comes with all kinds of other features as well, such as being able to log in through different auth servers if servers go down, multi-box complementary things like Multex, what's it called? Mutex? Basically, you mute the exclusion parameter or something that on the client, which means you can only run one. So yeah, they've got that. They've got all kinds of little things. Launch Buddy's very cool. It's good. The new Guardian Roman video? No. Was it the clip of the craziest match ever that's on the front page? No. I heard about that, though. That craziest match ever. That sounds insane, man. I watched that clip. It looked pretty good. Good casting going on in the background. Nice production value. Seemed alright. I didn't realise there was a cool tournament going on. It's amazing that that's got as many upvotes as it has, considering the blatant typo on the screen as well, though. Closed SPVP match ever in Guild Wars 2 history. 5,000 views on that clip. Does that make it our top clip of all time? It does! Oh, no, not all time, of this week. Wow, people took a lot of clips of the cast yesterday. No, our top one is from November. WP is too rich for the Guild Wars 2 community. 20,000 views. What is this from Ewendell? And it's scaring the kids, alright? This mount's head is literally... Oh, that's me deleting the mount license adoption thing. Ewendell's got the top one when I delete that. The next one's Peachy Trolls WP. Then there's WP explains how to play Ranger. Then there's World versus World in a nutshell. Then there's me playing Soul Beast. Then there's the clip yesterday. So it's only our 6th biggest clip. But still, it's good. It's a good clip. McLean's full spooky version of Fear Not This Night. No, I'll give you a tip, guys. It's story/lore related. And I'll give you another tip. It's cut features related. Does that help you guys hone in? The room is still in slow mode. Shit, how do I turn that off? Slow mode. Slow mode off. Stop. What's the command to turn off slow mode? There you go, Mad Pie Man got it. What a boss. Area descriptions. Alright, here's the story, guys. Here's the story. Once upon a time, in not even the betas, I think it was in the alphas and earlier, the demos that they did at Gamescom and whatnot, when you went onto a loading screen, I'm queuing, so I don't want to get into a big loading screen right now, but if we go to, say, this one over here, When you hit a loading screen, down here below Heart of the Mist, in that black bar, the black bar was bigger, first of all, so the concept art was less prominently featured. But the black bar was bigger, and in that bar, it had lore descriptions of the various areas of the world. So that's cool, right? Surely that's a nice thing for us to all focus on and look at, yeah? Well, when the game eventually came out, they removed it. They got rid of it. So all this extra little flavor you'd get about, you know, Mount Maelstrom or whatnot was deleted, and you never managed to get those insights. Very sad. We all lament it, forget about it. I do some videos about it several years later and say, hey guys, yeah, so here, that shaman data mines and finds them. Or some description sporadically that we'd managed to get together from years ago. We don't have the complete picture. It's interesting little bits of placeholder lore, but nothing that's thrown in our face much. Most people have forgotten it. Lore enthusiasts like me are sad. So there's all of that. Sneaky. Once upon a time, ArenaNet refined the hero panel. And they added this to the user interface. When you go to an achievement, they sometimes have... well, let's see. Maybe they aren't doing it for the expansions. We'll see. So, like, when you got a dungeon, if we click dungeon, sometimes they have written here suggested locations. I've shown you this user interface before with my bestiary concept. So you'd have the suggested location of where these creatures can be found. And if I click this suggested location, it will show me where the dungeon is, right? Now, interestingly, I can't show you it now because we just had a queue pop. Crap. Interestingly enough, I never realized this, but when you click suggested location, the camera moves to that area of the map, and in the top right, there's actually dialogue. Similar to how, you know, when you speak to a scout, guys, it shows the map, and on the top right, you see the image of the scout's face, and they have their text there as it's being voice acted. They reuse that, and all the loading screen text once again appears on the top right. So buried in this UI feature that most people never use, and weirdly mismatched. Like, why, you know, if you're looking for where a dungeon is, you're not necessarily also in that place as a Guild Wars 2 player where you're learning about the world. Well, you might be for dungeons, but like jumping puzzles, right? If you're looking for a JP that you might have missed 200 hours in or something, you're not necessarily in those formative moments where you're seeing how interesting and rich the setting is. And yeah, up there on the top right, it does have that old loading screen lore. That's super fascinating to me. Really, really, really cool. And I kind of want to do something on it. Do you think that's good enough for a video, me to explain that backstory and then basically just show off all the lore from all the places? Or is that crap? So there is new lore that came out of this because Shaman never managed to data mine the full collection before. I believe the Orion maps we never knew. And I believe there are a couple of others we never knew. Well, you can get those now. And I'm also wondering, buried in the UI, what about in like the historical section? I can check that now, actually, I guess. What about like Bazaar of the Four Winds? Does that have lore? Where would it be? Bazaar of the Four Winds. Seasonal activities. We are in the right place. Historical. Merry Winter's Day. Merry Winter's Day. Bazaar of the Four Winds. No, it doesn't have a suggested location, right? That's a shame. Doesn't have a suggested location. RIP. Ah, that would have been really nice, though. That would have been really cool. All right, well, anyway. But there should be more maps, and I'm wondering about the expansion maps. I wonder about all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to do one of my blasts. Oh, well. All right, so yeah, we're going to play this one rev game, and then we'll go out into the regular game. We'll do some other stuff. Yes, Mad Pie Man, I am. Now that I know about that, I'm putting it in the Let's Play. Yeah, I actually regret that I haven't put it in the Let's Play. That absolutely is what I'm doing. But I'm also wondering whether I should do an individual video or whether the Let's Play is enough. The Let's Play is probably enough. I'm thinking about plussing far in a minute when their cooldowns are busted a little bit more. Didn't really want to walk into that. I don't have weakness. If he jumps up, we're shackling. I'm out of range there. Oh, I managed to get one of the other ones. That's fine. We're going to go straight into the evades here because he's probably going to start looking at us soon. I'm a bit outnumbered and pressured right now. I need to drop down. I'm going to dupe them and port back up over here. Oh, it didn't work. It was out of range. That sucks. We squander our unblockable right now, but that's fine. I can use my Death Strike to port back up as long as someone's sort of vaguely nearby. Let's give our friend up here peels. This guy here looks like the target. Didn't work. We have to go to Shiro. We're up finally. Straight into Unrelenting Assault while he chains blocks and evades and stuff. Oh, he duped me there, but he came back down anyway, so that's fine. Get our facets back up. Dropping this in case he comes round. He did. I walked into the... Ah, crap. This isn't good. I think he's dead now. I don't think I've been impactful enough. We have to pull out. Going over the box. He failed the box. We can go back through if we need to. So they have double cap. Mid is basically dead. We can do a heavy plus over here and save our friend. We have to be quick with it. He's in vapor form. I'm gonna like... Oh my god. This freaking guy on the 2v1 right now. We have to clear this quick before the Mesmer makes any kind of play. I have to cover my damage with Infuse Light as well. We're not gonna get it. The Necro's here as well. I'm not even gonna be able to get that. Now all I have to do is peel. Obviously, marks are unblockable. We get a great Surge of the Mist there. I'm not going to be able to get out of this, though, unless the cleanse comes from the Emobe. It does. This is why leadership runes are right. Trying to take super speed. Obviously, I wasn't going to get out of that. Yeah, the Necro coming back as well. The team doing so bad that they were able to just run back like that is kind of gross. I'm even getting roided now, so they're full triad mode. This is ranked. This is EU ranked at the moment. What I have noticed is people are really salty and twatty in EU at the moment, but... maybe it's not a big deal. On respawn now, I don't know really where I'm looking at. Thief's managed to get this. We should have sides. I think I'm going to go close. Just to make sure this fight on the roads here actually manifests in a good kill. They're getting condied really hard. Oh, no, that's far. Pfft, I'm going to do it. Maybe going far would have been smart anyway in case somebody's trying to cross. I think I see all of the blue team represented on the minimap though. So... that shouldn't be too problematic. I could 1v1 the Scourge, but the thing is they're likely to come back. I'm going to pop this. Yeah, he'd seen me. That's annoying. What is going on with my ports right now? This is so annoying. I might be able to be really sneaky here. Let's see. No, he saw. That was obviously not going to happen. Straight back up onto the nodes. That Surge of the Mist didn't really turn into anything. I was hoping it would. No, this is really bad now. We're going to deliberately face tank some of this stuff. We'll go onto the roof if we have to. We can probably kill this Scourge. Oh, I'm furious right now. None of them are working. I didn't realize you can port for this. How is that no port? That's a port. We missed the Death Strike. Pretty frustrating. We got to get away from that. He's going to barrier himself, so there's no point attacking through that just yet. We're going to go straight back up as soon as we get our energy. There it is. Nope. Death Strike's still on cooldown. This is a bit pathetic, really, right now from me. You're not looking at very good gameplay. And again, the facet didn't get the kill, but we do have that down. Doing the blowout because we have to ensure that... Oh, he's going to get stomp, isn't he? No, he's not. Quickness. Use Unrelenting Assault. The 5. The 5. No. The 5. I don't have the energy because of friggin' thingy. Our only chance. There you go. It did work off of that. Have to get so many facets up. No, they got the rally. Again. My problem there was holding impossible odds, which got rid of my staff cooldown, so I couldn't cast it, and then he got too much res power, so I never gave my ally the rally. This guy's wandering into a 2v1 and he doesn't realize it, so we can punish him pretty hard. Don't really want to walk in the trail or his Desert Shroud, so we just wait this out. Mesmer's on me. This isn't good having the Chrono on me. We're outnumbered as well. I need to leave and just hope that the other guy can sustain for a while. Take the super speed. I'm going to drain my endurance here anyway. We're going to pop our heal and then give a plus somewhere. I basically had no impact this game. None. Shackling Wave might do something there. They're so tanky, man. Nope. There's nothing here. There's nothing. What can I do? I feel like I'm 4v5. I really do. Chrono on me again. Popping this and watching with that. Blocks. This isn't really going to do much. Baited one of them down, so I stay high. I didn't really want to drop there. The node is open. My guy's down over there, though. Nope. We already own that. Why is you're charging in there expecting me to do something here? Maybe I can plus this and save the Scourge and do a major swing play. Maybe. Odds are not on, though. We use our 100 energy early there to get the early elite. We stay high. Death Strike. Wow. Every time. He's just got enough health. We didn't really build much might there, to be honest. We're healing while in the Ghastly Breach. Now we move out, and then we cleanse before moving again. No, too much pressure, man. This is nuts. My other guy just rezzing a 1% health dude. I've done nothing all game. I've been 0 and 1. I'm now 0 and 2. I don't know where I could have queued. Queued? Rotated. Now for my daily dose of whiny WP. Do you think I'm being whiny right now? Why doesn't ArenaNet delete Revenant? It's so weak. It's not always weak. It depends on the enemy comp you're going into. And like people in chat are saying it's not learning to play, it's a comp problem. I kind of agree right now, actually. I don't know. Like, who's my target on this? A Scourge? Like, they're all just really annoying. And look, they're at a liberty now to hit us on the roads like this. Look at this. I'm actually looking at their entire team right now. Their entire team is on screen. That was a really nice 4, but this is on my spawn, right? So, I mean, the game's over at this point. I'm not sure what else I can really do. Trail the clones around for a long time, maybe. This guy's on respawn. He's not even looking to help me. That is a bit of an LTP thing. But if you look at the minimap, you see all these players. Random clone chat is still on the map, just wandering around. Oh, here, this is an opportunity. Waiting for the barrier to leave. Why waste the cooldown potential? Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. That's really good. He's down. Now we have to do the job of interrupting the res and not getting CC'd. We got CC'd. I didn't have the endurance left. Like, you can't do anything when every kill you make, you get zerged down and they res it. Maybe I had a cooldown I could have used there. If I watched the VOD, I might see that I had something I could have done. But with the endurance that I had left, probably needed to be more conservative with things earlier. So now he's salty. And that gets him killed. So that's good. Ah! Alright, never mind. We have to wait. We have to stay close enough that our double port can do something. Wait for the barrier to leave again. And then we get the stomp. This guy doesn't get there in time this time. We have to double dodge because of the fucking shield positioning there. Come to the sneaky spot. Ah, he taunts me off. Because spamming skills is good when you're a chrono. We can probably kill this dude, but we have to be really quick. Take the quickness. Good, we should have this. I'm just going balls deep here. Infused light and everything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, we did have a Starfelly with us, so I don't know. But yeah, that's a bit lame. Back out of Plat 2, back to Plat 1. Unfortunate, baby. You miss my happy LP self. I'm happy right now. What do you mean? Since when was me being on a stream me not being happy? I'm happy. Yeah, it was a Starfelly. It was a Starfelly, so pretty unfortunate. All right, anyway, we only open with these. So, yeah, again, I don't want this to be a very long stream. About as long as it takes me to drink my coffee, to be honest. We've already been going half an hour. Thanks very much, Jerry. 32 months indeed. Dude, you just keep going, man. Jerry, are you like the longest sub? How can I see that? Are you the longest sub at this point? Who are you in competition with? Law might have you beat. Maybe. But Jerry, you're actually like more active than Law. Law like is an old mate that... And Law's actually such a good, great guy. I can't believe he's still subbed to me. I haven't properly spoken to him for so long. And yet he still comes to the stream and he still subs. I should throw him a message. I'm not a very mindful person. I never like think to do make nice little gestures like that, but I should definitely say hi to him and be like, how's it going, man? Hey Coop, it's good to see you. What do you know what the Silvari do on the night of their wedding? Eating their vegetables. Isn't that cannibalism? What other class do I recommend for NG main? So if you play NG right... Well, I don't know. NG main doesn't mean anything because profession isn't descriptive of role or playstyle anymore. Based on different metas, you will have been in very different experiences. I don't really know what to say. Just pick on flavor, man. I don't have a recommendation. I'm sorry. So pick a map, guys. Pick here in chat. Give me a map on Tyria you would like to see ArenaNet's mini loading screen flavor lore. Pick one and I will show it to you. Let's hear it. This may only work for core maps. I don't know. Hey, congrats on getting your bow skin. Now that Elite Spec rework's on the table, I wonder which one will be next. I'm not sure that they're thinking in those kinds of terms. You know, an underwater rework, a Mesmer core rework, and Elite Specs, a Deadeye rework. They're just looking at things they think are significant. All right. We got lots of suggestions here. So Divinity's Reach from Steve McGee. So so there was loading screen lore for Divinity's Reach. However, I was going to do 3 jumping puzzles. There are no jumping puzzles in DR. So what is in DR? How do we get the lore out of Divinity's Reach exactly? Because there definitely was for the cities. What achievement can you ding here that's not festival related? Is there one? Maybe this is still inaccessible. I don't know. We'll skip that for a second. Maybe someone's inspired in chat. Blaze Ridge Steps. Ah, the very first map they ever made. And one of the ones people will be familiar with the lore because this appeared on the very first convention demos. So what we'll do is we go general, we go explore, no, not explorer. We go jumping puzzles, and then we find one that is in Blaze Ridge Steps, which would be the Behem Gauntlet. How do I know that? Because I'm a boss that's dedicated my life to this. So here we go. Check it out. Blaze Ridge Steps. And now, when we look on the top right, the Char once ruled the Blaze Ridge Steppes, but the rising of the Elder Dragon Kraukatoric left a corrupted swathe across the land. Now the legions contend not only against the creatures of the Dragon brand, but against... You can see how flimsy this is. They don't even give you time to read it. Well, out loud. Let's do that again. Jumping puzzle, Behem Gauntlet. Against the creatures of the Dragon brand, but against the ogres who have come down from the mountains. Boom! Look at that. That actually, this is the only place to get this lore. All right, next suggestion was... I'm just going to go down the list. Bloodtide Coast. So, Bloodtide Coast has... Why do I keep clicking Explorer? What is at Bloodtide Coast? I know that there's the maths one of the labs, right? It's not Gomes' lab. That's Metrica. Morgan's Leap, Not So Secret, Only Zoo. Portmat's lab? Yeah, there you go. Portmat's lab. The Bloodtide Coast is a haven for pirates, brigands, and ruffians of all types. The region's many islands and caves hide those who prey on travellers from Lion's Arch, even as the rising tide of undead forces... I'm going to have to read quickly, aren't I? This is going to be really annoying. General again. There we go. Portmat Lab. Prey on travellers from Lion's Arch, even as the rising tide of undead forces ships inland from the sea. There you go. Boom. That was Blood Time. Labyrinthine Cliffs. We just checked CVPCS. Oh, dude, I want to talk to you about a few things. I'll have to send a message. We really are going to end the stream quick because I've got too much I want to do, guys. CVPCS, we checked that already, but it doesn't seem that it's possible. Lake Doric. Okay, so Season 3. I think the likelihood is the more recent devs don't remember this system and haven't been consistent with it. That's my guess. That's not some, like, heinous crime. But that's my guess. Let's just see. Does anywhere say suggested locations Lake Doric? Doesn't look like it, guys. They're not using suggested locations anywhere on this. Do any Lake Doric related achievements appear outside of the Head of the Snake category? I'm thinking as I nurse on my coffee here. Do any? I'm not sure if they do. Next, we got SDX says, Snowden Drift's the most interesting map of them all, is it now? So, Snowden Snowden is like the most forgettable map in the game to me. It really is. I guess we got Jarlet. Yeah, King Jarlath's refuge, right? Here it is. Snowden Drifts. Snowden Drifts. A frozen stretch of high peaks and deep lakes is the main artery between Kryta and Ascalon. Sons of Svanir, Centaur, and Dredge and all stalk the drifts, and travellers were advised to stay on the main road. I messed up. That's the problem. I messed up in the middle. Damn it. Jumping puzzles. King Jarlath's refuge. I like some people won't have had their suggestion yet and they'll just have gone in game already. And travellers are advised to stay on the main road or within the protective walls of a haven. I should have read this on the LP. This would have been so good to read on the LP already. Damn it. What can we do for the main cities? Alright, so that was Snowden Drifts. Fireheart Rise, says Will Hawkins. So, jumping puzzles. That's the that's another lab, right? That's also got the there's like a really crap one, isn't there? With the humans off on the side. What's that called? Scavenger's Chasm? No, that's Malcor's. Woo, Malcor's. We'll look at that scene. Branded Mine, that's not right. Buried Archives, Cutler's Cove. This one's Iron... Oh, wait. What did you say? No, you said Fireheart, not Iron Marches. Crazy's Folly. No, that's Blaze Ridge. Crimson Plateau is Diessa. Like, I'm mind blown that this is here. I didn't know about this, and I'm really upset that I didn't know about this because it would have been so good in the LP. Pig Iron Quarry? Yeah, that is right. Pig Iron. The Fireheart rise in the grip of the Flame Legion. Once rulers of the Char, this deposed Legion has been driven back by the other Char, but still controls from the blasted wasteland of volcanoes and tar pits. Damn it. Like, I appreciate that they've put at least a little bit here, right? What was that again that we were just on? Pig Iron Quarry, wasn't it? Obviously, I won't do this in the episodes because this will be messy. I'll basically freeze frame. But still controls the blasted wasteland of volcanoes and tar pits from their massive fortress at the Citadel of Flame. There you go. Alright, so we've got Fireheart Rise. Timberline from JS35 Wake. Timberline has only Zool in it, which we just saw a second ago. Only Zool. Ghostbusters reference. Timberline Falls is a rugged upland dominated by two great river systems. It is on the frontiers of Tyrian civilization. It is the home of lone freeholders, adventurer camps, and a myriad of races, including the Hylek Dredge and Quaggan. Boom, we got it, baby. Woo. Right, the last second. And next, here we go. So now it gets exciting. Ore from Nyes. Ore. Okay, so let's see. We go general. We go jumping puzzles. Now, the Straits of Devastation has that underwater one. It also has the Vizier's Tower, which I think is all the way over here. Okay, so Straits of Devastation. What's interesting about Ore is that you never actually... This wasn't mineable before. This wasn't... Back when the original, like, demos and things were out, the Orion maps weren't made. These were clearly, like, rushed in at the last hour, right? They weren't made when this was initially implemented. So whatever it was that Shaman got the text from, this was not included in the set. So this is new. I've actually already read this. When I saw the Reddit thread, I looked at the Orion ones. Or two of the Orion ones. I didn't look at Cursed Shore. But so here, check it out. No, I think I only looked at Straits, actually. So, but I've already seen this one. So here we go. The Straits of Devastation separate the Tyrian mainland from the dragon-corrupted wasteland that was once the human nation of Ore. So there you go. Not very exciting. A single sentence. This is why I'm only now on the stream learning that the speed reading is a problem, because that was the one one of the ones I looked at yesterday, and it wasn't difficult. So we got that. What else is there? So Scavenger's Chasm is Malcor's. So this is the next map. The northern coast of Ore was once a verdant breadbasket for the kingdom. Now it is dominated by the minions of the Elder Dragon, Zaitan. Yeah, I remember. I did read this. I did read Malcor's Leap because the word breadbasket intrigued me yesterday. I definitely didn't do Cursed Shore, though. So Cursed Shore has that one with the eagles pooing everywhere. But what's it called? Buried Archives? It's called the Buried Archives. The gateway to Ara, the now ruined city of the human gods, this realm is the home of the Elder Dragon's most powerful minions. Ooh. Ooh. Woo! I kind of like that. That was kind of cool. All right. I'm going to scroll down on chat now and see what else people are saying. General, fashion, human, special armor. Really? Does it work? Fashion. Divinity's Reach is the greatest city in the human nation of Kryta. It is laid out like a giant wheel. Its upper city contains Queen Jenna's royal palace and the chambers of ministers. 6 high roads, each dedicated to a god. Divine, the lower... something about architecture it said at the end. Dude, they have it for the cities as well. This is so dumb, though, ArenaNet. Please just put it on the loading screens. This stuff's cool. 6 high roads, each dedicated to a god. Divide the lower cities into districts. I guess I thought the word divine because of the shape of the word and the fact we'd just been dealing with gods. Isn't the mini-law what the scouts say at the beginning? No, scouts deal with more local issues. So, like, the scout that speaks here in Queensdale talks specifically about the Shaymore Fields area, right? If you were to meet a scout here, he'd probably talk about, like, the Steel Eye Span and the Soot Road. They don't talk about the whole map. Okay, so fashion is... Yeah, I'm reading the chat, Dan. I'm reading it. Yeah, Coop, it's short because I was streaming for... Actually, not just 8 hours yesterday. We did a 2-hour stream before the 8-hour stream. I streamed for 10 hours yesterday. I spoke 10 hours straight. Well, not really, because I had Roy speaking for a little bit. Well, for half of 8 of that or whatever. I don't know what the balance of the conversation was. But, yeah, we did a lot of streaming yesterday. And it's not that I need rest. It's just that I need to do the LP and stuff. The channel hasn't had a video since the underwater overhaul. So people are going to be keen for that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to catch up on the Let's Play now. I'm going to, like, have to... I mean, it's only one per map. So the maps that the LP has missed out on is Plains... Deessa, Black Citadel, Lion's Arch, Gendaron, Snowdon, Wayfarer. Some of these will have opportunities to go back to later. Queensdale, Divinity's Reach, Kessex, Metrica, and Ratasum. Oh, and Brisbane. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with Blood Tide, but we'll be hanging around Blood Tide lots more. Gendaron will be hanging around. So really there's like maybe 6 or 7 awkward interjections I'll need to do to reintroduce. Like, I can't remember when we'll next go. We will go back to Brisbane, like at the start of Heart of Thorns and stuff. I haven't properly planned that far off in the future just yet, but we will. When will we ever have a reason to return to Kessex at this point in the story? See, Kessex is a bit awkward. There's actually we are actually done with Kessex. I have no recollection of a single moment ever that the story will take us back here. I know some of you are thinking season 1, but we all know about season 1 right now. So I'm not sure about Kessex. Queensdale is similar too. We might be completely done, especially now that the dungeon's done. Plains, we might be completely done as well. Well, Plains, we can have an excuse to come through on our way to Blaze Ridge at some point. I don't know. I'll find moments. Thanks very much, Steel Rage. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Wow, WP still gets daily points. No, I don't. I don't still get daily points. It reads the 10, but it doesn't tick up for me anymore. Oh, or does it? Do I still get dailies? I think I'm maxed on dailies, honestly. But that only happened a couple of months ago. I'm not actually that consistent with dailies. I think I'm done, though. What's 12,925 plus 2,075? I believe the total of those two is 15k, so I think I am capped on that. Do a lore video with the maps lore and then all the scouts lore? That doesn't sound pointed enough to me, Will. You want to see Sparkfly, Kairos? Okay. So... Jumping puzzles. What's in Sparkfly? It's a lab again. Hex Foundry unhinged. Broad estuaries give the Orien undead easy passage into Sparkfly Fen. A wave of Zaitan's minions drove Hylic refugees before it and captured vast territory. Wild Hunt Valiants and Vigil Crusaders fight to regain control from an untiring enemy. There you go. See, look. That totally worked, guys. That made sense. I didn't disappear for a while. By the way, sorry that you couldn't hear the game. So you could totally hear that. That's fine, right? So yeah, Sparkfly. How did yours and Roy's voice not become destroyed? I think Roy's did a little bit. As for me, I don't know. I don't know. There are books in Sandswept Isles that said they left before the Char Rebellion led by Carla Scorch Razor. They left because they thought they would fail. Yeah, that's really interesting lore as well. Your casting was good, but your cam controlment was... Controlment isn't a word, dude. But, yeah, I'm trying to be very mindful of camera and stuff. What you have to understand... Let me just be very clear. I'm going to defend myself here. It's not my fault. A lot of the camera, okay? ArenaNet added to the binds a long time ago. Here, I'm going to give you the full story here. A spectator keybinds, all right? Except here's the thing. No caster I've ever seen has ever bothered to bind these and given the game the time to learn muscle memory how to use these. So when I came into this whole thing and I started thinking about casting, my idea was, I was like, well, I want to improve upon what everyone else has done. I want to genuinely see what's in the game and use that to my advantage. So I saw these binds and I thought, that's cool. I will use these. I won't do any clunky shit with the mouse. I'll get muscle memory with my fingers so I can immediately snap to wherever is important at any moment. And so I did that. Also, by using the hotkeys, I can have OBS intelligently react and change its overlays based on which player I'm spectating because I'm using hotkeys, which is how I accomplish a lot of what I do, why the color changes depending on who you're watching and blah, blah, blah. So I do a hotkey bit. I'm the only person, this is total, like, this isn't me trying to brag or whatever, but I'm the only person, as far as I'm aware, to ever have properly utilized this. As a result of that, I've realized there's a lot of bugs. So what happens is when I press 3, I should go to the third red player on the team, right? And indeed, in tournaments and whatnot, that's exactly what happens. However, in custom arenas, there's a bug with this user interface and these keybinds that I guess the devs don't know about because no one's ever fucking used it. There's a bug that means after a little while, just randomly, I think it's because players DC and reconnect. And as soon as someone DCs and reconnects, if player 3 leaves, then player 4 becomes the bind for player 3, and player 5 becomes the bind for player 4, and player 3 becomes the bind on 5. And I have no visual way of knowing when or how that happened. If there's like 2 random DCs in different places, all my muscle memory, everything just goes completely out the window. So the binds don't work anymore. So what's essentially happened is I've spent 2 months learning how to cast, utilizing the developers' features and systems that are in the game. I go to that tournament yesterday, which is customs. Players dip in and out, swap builds, do all kinds of stuff, which I can't be mad at them for doing. But what that does is it completely breaks all my binds. So, my default, like, muscle memory and mindset is not to use the mouse. I don't use the mouse while I'm casting, except to gesture and show things. And so, I'm casting, and I'll be like, oh, look, player 3. I tried to go to player 3. I press keybind 3, and the camera zooms to the other side of the map. And then I'm like, fuck, I've got to fix that. So then I press the other bind. And the result is my camera controlment looks like it's going too fast because the camera's zipping all over the place. But that's literally, that's ArenaNet's fucking shoddy coding that's unfortunately just meant that you had a shittier experience. It's one of the things that I am a little bit upset about with the production. There were a lot of things I didn't like about the production yesterday, and that was one of them that I didn't realize was going to be an issue, and then it was, unfortunately, with the way that things went. I was wondering if I could fix it by leaving the server at the last minute right before the cast, then logging back in, but then I'd need to find the server, I'd need to find the password again, I'd need to re-implement it, I'd need to wait for Roy to hold. Roy seemed really desperate to get the games rolling as fast as possible, and I didn't want to hold things up, so then basically, while doing commentary, while trying to watch the games, while trying to have important things to say, while making sure the event's running, I'm also now learning on the fly to start using the mouse again. And every now and then, I would slip into using the keybinds, and they would be broken, and you'd get shit camera. So that was going, and you know, doing that after 6 hours straight of casting, it was a bit shit. So I'm not really too upset with myself. I think it's sort of understandable why things went the way they did, and I haven't heard too many complain, but that's the full story. And yeah, I opened by saying I'm like the only person who's used this. I think that means that there's these bugs and they've existed for years and the devs just haven't fixed them. I don't know whether they even now, I don't even know whether they watch that stream. I sincerely doubt they're watching this one. I don't think that will be fixed because The feedback just isn't there. And at the end of the day, I'm the only guy that's sat up and taken an interest in that side of thing. Like, George just started casting and stuff, but George just doesn't bother with those. Jebro's never bothered with those. Roy doesn't bother with those. No one I've ever seen has ever actually, like, tried to improve the cast by using those. More for me for going 2 balls deep with it, I guess. But there you have it. Oh, in Season 2, we go back there for Fort Sama. That's a good point. Fort Sama was Season 2, wasn't it? Tower of Nightmare Season 1, Sama Season 2. So we got an opportunity. That's good. What does no idea mean? It's just a punny way of saying I've got no idea what the content of today's stream is. Dead Zealot says a lot of people didn't like the camera work in chat. Really? Was there a lot? That really bums me out then. Was it really bad? Hey WP, why are you ignoring me? I don't know who you are and I'm not ignoring you. You determined many kinks in the production and process of streaming within that last game, but within the last game, it was going on all event. I don't think any of us noticed that. That probably just means you and Roy did a good job despite your critiques. Thanks, Jules. Sounds like some people did notice. Sounds like people were saying it on chat. The devs should make a more intuitive way of changing characters while in game. Yeah, they should. I liked the camera work compared to some of the jumpy action some casters do. Yeah, I was a bit upset with that. I don't know. I don't want to overly criticize myself. But, yeah, I don't think it was as good as it could have been. Anyway, let's go. What else were we looking at? What were we trying to find? What other map were people looking for? So we have the cities. Oh, you meant the last tournament. Okay, that's cool. So what do you think about Lion's Arch? Oh, I've already seen Lion's Arch. I guess I'll ask chat. What do you guys think about Lion's Arch? Is this going to be a description for new Disneyland LA or old LA? The achievement specifically we're looking at being actually so historical. What about the historical jumping puzzle achievements? Where are they? Are they gone now? What's the situation with those? Where? Here you go. Retired. Oh, this would have been before they had that though, right? Hold on. So Exalted Legend. Does that mean no one can get that anymore? That's a retired achievement, a title, right? I don't know. Garnet Sanctum, for example. Oh, it doesn't say. There is no. I doubt they would have gone back and added those. For old LA, well, let's see here. So we go to Ermug's Secrets, Lion's Arch. Lion's Arch, built upon the wreckage of the Crichton city of the same name, has grown and prospered over the years since the rise of the Orange Dragon. Founded by pirates and dependent on trade, this city has become a common ground for all the races of Tyria. Yeah, it's the old one, but it's applicable to both, which is kind of nice. Yo, Matter Gaming says, to be honest, I spent most of my time watching the minimap unless something super exciting was being shown. With that said, there was a lot of important action missed during it. Well, what do you consider missed? One thing that I think I did very well was nearly every single back cap and cross, nearly all of them. If it wasn't called out in commentary, we still popped the minimap up and I moved the mouse so that everyone fucking knew. Just because we don't say it out loud, that doesn't mean it's missed. You don't need to physically see someone going to a dead node, an empty node, you know, a zero state. But as long as it's on the minimap. And so through the minimap, popping it bigger, I think we caught every single one. You end your thing by saying you'd like to see the minimap permanently bigger. It actually is. If you look at the minimap on my stream right here, right this second, if you look at that, it's a certain size. On the PvP ones, I already make it bigger. If you look here... Oh, no, that's the same. But basically, you see this dead space at the bottom I remove? I enlarge it by about 20% at all times. And then I have a button that pushes it to like 200%. Or not 200%, like 100%. So I already have made it by default a lot bigger. I have to be careful with that, though, because people get really whiny if the user interface gets too big. What's my favorite Guild Wars 2 soundtrack? Possibly the Dermot Priory music. I think it's amazing. Here, I'll play it for you while we continue. Why not? Let's go to the Diamond Priory, everybody, while we talk about lore. Oh, that sounds very fun, doesn't it? Now. Yeah, listen to this. How did I get this back piece? This was when Path of Fire came out. Now, I can't actually hear anything right now, but I'm assuming you guys will be able to. Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is genuinely one of the most beautiful tracks I've heard in any video game. It is an incredible track. Seeing some highlights from the games we didn't see, just to help build the stories. Oh, yeah, that's a cool idea. That would require even more collaboration and communication and stuff. That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. That might be a thing. Maybe we can get that to work on the next, on the next cast, maybe. On the next big one. That might be kind of cool. What do I want to see? Look, I'm going to start looking at chat now. So basically, there is no recommended location given for any expansion-related stuff, I believe. Correct? So we don't get that. What about Lion's Arch? Because there is no cultural armor. Oh, we already just saw it, though. There were jumping puzzles at Lion's Arch. It's interesting that they put jumping puzzles at Lion's Arch, but nowhere else. What else is on General? Twilight Arbor, Aether Path? Silver Waste, do they have recommended place? Hero, any of the hero ones? Birthdays? Here's more flavor text as well that I could have used to supplement the LP. This little bit of flavor text that comes under the achievement that you get when you beat certain story steps. I don't know how good it all is, though. You have a character... No, well, that's obviously lame. That's got no detail at all. You are counted among the greatest heroes of Tyria. You've cleaved an embarrassment from your past. They're not that flavorful, right? They're not that good. So we don't have to worry about that. None of the tradesman ones matter. I remember when I used to have this maxed out, but friggin' Ecto gambling, Sandstorm gambling, and this, ugh, just doesn't... Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'm sorry that I had to miss the toy, but my girlfriend was in town, so yeah, I watched the VOD, lots of great plays, yeah. It was very good. It was very good. I think there were a lot of cool, interesting moments. I actually overall preferred the challenges bracket to invitational. Invitational being the big end stuff. The final game was obviously really good. But yeah. There's also the Silver Waste JP. Did that appear here? What was that called again, though? Silver Waste jumping puzzle. Dark Reverie, Force its Revenge. Because it's in alphabetical, not in date added. Is it called Topsy Turvy? It's actually 2 back to back, isn't it? I would guess it appears here, though, wouldn't it? It's probably in this section. Lost badges, iron, go for the gold. Don't look now. No, that's down in the correct location. Oh no, it doesn't look like they've done it. So it is in the jumping puzzle section then. It's called Retrospective Runaround. That's a horrible name for an achievement. That sounds so, like, limp. So, what it is here, then? Retrospective Runaround. Uncover the secrets of the Sand Dune Caverns. Yeah, there's no clicky. I think we lose the lore the second the expansions and Living World stuff comes. I think that at that point the devs were like, well... I think we're lucky we have it in-game at all. I think we're lucky. Basically, what will have happened is when they first added the new achievement UI with the suggested locations, they realized they had a chance to inject that lore back in after it had been cut away from the loading screens, and that's great, but I seriously doubt anyone's actually added to that pool ever. You're really good at bringing Roy to talk about the players, the builds, and the maps, like bringing him down to the level of us noobs in chat. Yeah, he definitely he went well off in the direction of, oh, everybody knows what's going on, but that was not what the stream was meant to be, so I really wanted to keep looking back at that. The challenge games are all closed. The problem with the Invitational is the gap between the top 2 teams and everyone else. Yeah, Chow, you're right, yeah. Yeah, because if you watch Team USA or Rank 55 in any game, unless they're against one another, they're just going to destroy everyone. Chow, the big thing for PvP now, man, is to get more teams to that level, right? Like, I really hope that people saw that. Another thing I regret that I never did on the cast yesterday, I had to do, should have done, is properly sat the audience down and said, listen, you could be here at this tourney. You could do this. Here are some resources. Get into it. Watch these streamers. Watch some analysis on how things go. Play the game. It's really fun. And you can do this. Because that's the problem right now. Nobody else, like... I don't know. There were some players as well that weren't participating. Why wasn't was Blackjack and Co in this tourney? The Hotbot guys, were they in this tourney? Why didn't those guys sign up? Why didn't they play? There was lots of automated tournament players that do very well in automated tournaments that we never saw play missed challenges. And I wonder if that's just because nobody knew about it. I think maybe we made a mistake, Chow, by not nailing down a hard and fast date, like really stringently. This is the next missed challenges. This is your deadline. Go for it now, you know, to really plug everyone in the reality that there was going to be more coming. I don't know. Yeah, I really want more teams. 3-1 seems like a blowout. No, I don't know, Dead Zealot, because it's literally down to 1 second. I mean, it's a second, literally. If any neutralization had happened, well, no, not 1 second, more like 3 seconds or something. We're talking a couple of seconds, mere moments difference between determining who won that. So if those couple of seconds were ever so slightly different, if a single cooldown almost had been used slightly differently somewhere, you would have seen it would have gone 2-2, right? So I don't know whether it's fair to say Team USA had them on lockdown. Blackjack could have made a team, but he complains too much. Frenchies give a lot of excuses. What's he complaining about? I would love to have seen him going through that. What's the complaints? You tried to get them all to play, but they all refused. Why are they refusing? Why? Are they just casual now, or do they not care about the scene? Good to see you, Rav. This stream's about to end, by the way, guys. Yeah, dead game, and yeah, our stream there got like, depending on at what point you pick, like almost to 1/3 of the viewers of ArenaNet's funded ones. Yeah, it's not fallen. It's ridiculous. What is this? It's because you talk so much in your videos instead of talking woe much, short things down and come to the conclusion. Who is this moron? Dude, what I do for a living is talk on videos. Go somewhere else if you're not looking for commentary on things. You're a commentator that talks too much. What a dimwit. What is this? Who is this person? Well, I'd like to see his videos as well. Has anyone heard from the Rank 50 group? What I really want to see is like pro wrestling style characters in PvP that you see in other esports. Like everyone loves the bad guy. Well, I mean, there's quite a few people that sling shit at some of those players at the moment. I hope Sind is like not too upset or whatever, because he instantly raged out when they lost. He instantly DC'd, and he'd been in our chat and got timed out by one of our mods for potentially some copy pasta or something. So I don't know what that was exactly. I hope he had fun on the day. So yeah.
A group of localized worms developed a taste for throwing
the guy that said I ignored him. Oh, I see. I see.
If you have time, stop by and
I love how WP's so nice in his videos, but he can be such an arsehole on his stream. Hey, I just get what I get. What I give, what I'm given. Wait, give what? What's the word? What's the word for getting? I give what I get. That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. Probably not very professional. But I mean, come on, if someone's going to be absurd, we'll call them out on it.
Oh, it's nice.
Given, yeah. Basic English fail there. But yeah, I do have some highlights as well. Can I show you them? Probably, yeah. Hold on here. I'll show you some. Does anyone want to watch some highlights from the last few games? I was going to do, but I got the sense that Roy wanted it to be over and we were sort of, you know, everyone was tired or whatever. But I did make highlights of the finals, the final sets and stuff that just no one watched. So do you guys want a tiny little bit more flavor here from the tournament? And then I'll round out my mini stream here. And yeah, I got some real life stuff to do, and then I've got videos to make. So yeah, let me go to add it though, because I've never actually put replays on this OBS setup. So add a game capture replay. So here are some highlights from the final games, the most hype games. Amazingly, I didn't highlight the very, very, very end. But there's that clip on my channel that you guys can watch for that, so don't worry about that too much. But yeah, here's some clips that you may not have known about. So we see capture a specific window. Let me open them up. I think I've got 4 or 5 maybe. And let's capture... Oh my god. I've got a fan blowing on me right now as well, and it's the most amazing thing ever. Okay, here you go. All right, so we'll blow this up. It's not going to look too good. So this is rank 55 v Team USA. This is the first game. This is the opening of the first game. I have no memory of what these replays are, by the way, so I'm going to be learning them as we go. We'll just play them through them a few times and just see what we get. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Jeff on support, healing up, making sure that his worry there is sustained well. Very early Merciful onto Naru there. That's kind of interesting. They push through. This is going to be so... Oh, so they get... So, hold on. So, Frosty is down. What you're looking at right now is the rank 55 Scourge, who's new to Scourge at the time. I was actually on his stream last night. He was saying he's really enjoying Scourge now. I didn't say this on the cast itself, but I was wondering whether he was, like, begrudgingly playing Scourge, because he's not known for that playstyle, really. And we don't see him on it much. But, yeah, so he was playing Scourge, and I don't know how much practice he put in at all in this tournament. Kind of sad to... I actually have no idea how much practice he put in, but he was saying by the end of the day he felt a lot better at it, and you know, he'd be happy to do the tourney again on it. But here he's still a little bit rusty, I guess. I don't know. I don't let me put words in his mouth. I did blatantly ask him about this on his stream. But yeah, so let's see. You got... When this clip starts, Team USA is on the down foot because Zeromus is down on the roads just off of the midpoint. And here you can see Frosty at quite a lot of health. Let's see what actually nails Frosty down. He's got his support there. Cookie healing him up. Warrior takes a good Greatsword 3 through him. He's just eating the Greatsword. He's eating from the Warrior. This is all Spellbreaker damage here. Look at that. That's insane. He gets knocked down right under Cookie. This is his support. Scourge, Firebrand. And he dies straight in there. The res attempt goes through, proccing the bubble trait, but immediately feared off as Naru comes into the nodes and can drop that Mark 5. So that's kind of good. And obviously that fear there is instrumental in keeping Frosty down long enough to get the Garish Pillar here. This is another fear that just gets blown up from the Shade, which fears the red team away again. 55 away again. And then Jeff goes... Oh, this... I took the thing, okay? So Jeff goes for Stomp. All right, now we're going to watch the Stomp, right? So if you watch Jeff here, he's stomping and he has his mantra. Oh, no, this is already too early. We have to go back even further. Sorry, guys. Here you go. Okay, so watch this, right? He starts to stomp. He has 2 charges on his mantra. If you guys don't know this, when he pops this, he's going to give himself stability. So what Jeff wants... When he uses this, though, he's going to go down to his final charge. So he pops the mantra. There it is. Okay. And you see he's got Stab. This Stab allows him to stomp Frosty, despite the fact that Frosty is using his downstate fear. You can see this is the fear icon here. from the fear animation. This fear will actually land on Jeff. There's no blind that stops that or anything. It will land, and it's going to rip Jeff's one stab. So Jeff, at this point, right here, his stab just left. And Jeff knows that he's been feared because he can see the icon, right? These are good players. So Jeff has his last thing. You can see in the moment I mouse over this. This is the last charge of his mantra. If he chooses to pop this now, he'll get 5 stability. And he could do that, and he's guaranteed this stomp. He gets 5 stab, he's guaranteed that stomp. I mean, there's a chance he could get corrupted, but the Scourge is down, right? So, in fact, there's no chance. There's nothing could get corrupted at this point, I don't think. So, he could do that, but he plays conservatively. Jeff thinks that he'll get the stomp anyway, knowing he doesn't have stab now because the first one's been ripped by the fear. He doesn't pop the last one. He wants to use that later. He wants to get more charges. He doesn't want to burn through them too much. And this is what good firebrands do. They really play as conservative as possible on their mantras. So because he plays conservative, you see Zan in the background here uses the shockwave from his photon forge. And the very edge of the ring hits Jeff, who never saw the shock. I mean, there was a reasonable tell on that, to be honest. Obviously, we're really going very slowly in what actually happens in 2-second span. You've got to have big brains to be good at Conquest, guys, to see all of this, the awareness for everything. And so because of that, the interrupt actually lands, and they don't get the stomp. I think it was irrelevant anyway, but that's why I took that in the moment, because the stomp was interrupted. I think they got it anyway, because obviously no one was in a position there. But yeah, so that was replay 1, I guess, that I grabbed. On the day of the event, I wish I could have talked longer about each moment, about each replay, but you know, there was a sense of urgency or rushing. They wanted to get through it a bit quicker. But when we do the monthly show, guys, that's all me, baby. I don't have to rely on other people. I don't have to think about other people's schedules. I can be in control, and I can do an awesome friggin'... we can spend as long as we want on each little thing. So let's watch this next one. So this is after both teams have scored a win. It's 295 to 295. I mean, these are close games. It's not fair to say that Team USA had them on lockdown because they both won a piece. Team USA had a good decisive win. Rank 55 had a decisive win. And now we're on 295 and 295. Middle of the game. It's about to swing heavily in favor of Team USA, if I remember rightly. But so what have we got here? Both thieves. So the two thieves have come over. This is Toka on the aggress, seeking to take the windmill under the feet of Sind. Sind's job is to try and kill Toka, or just hold the node as long as possible, and then when the inevitable neutralization lands, bail. Sind is reliant on mobility and stealth to sustain, but then so is Toka. So this is like really fascinating, seeing how the footwork will work with this node. It's just a really interesting moment here. Usually when you see a 1v1 over a node, it's duelists who are both build-wise comped and spec'd very much to be able to hold nodes, and you won't see so much of that. But so yeah, this was really exciting. Plus, it's just hype. Toka v Sind. Come on, these guys are well-known players. If you don't know them right now because you're new to PvP aspects of the game, they're very well-known players. People in the roaming slots, which these builds are. So it's obscure to see the roamers just straight up 1v1ing, right? But people in this slot tend to get a lot of the hype because they make a lot of the big playmaking decisions. That's why you'll hear frequently, oh, Toka's the best player ever, or Sind is the best player ever. And you won't hear the same about, like, duelists, right? Like, everyone knows, like, Boyce is a great warrior, but he doesn't get as much hype as some of these other players because warriors' roles doesn't necessarily allow them to do that so much. You can just admire them for their mechanical, like, devastating precision and, you know, great mechanical capabilities. Anyway, so here's the 1v1. Cluster bomb comes in from Sin, hitting Toka. Reveal comes out. And this is just really exciting. Excellent steel dodge there. Obviously, we didn't see the rhythm of the entire 1v1, so we don't know how baited into that Sind had been. And yeah, he throws the dancing dagger. This was crazy. I can't believe this kill goes through. He throws the dancing dagger, which cripples and torments. And then he throws another one. His last initiative. Watch this. And the dagger goes through. Here it is. Here it is. That's like some anime shit, guys. That's insane. And he goes down. All the evade potential movement, and yeah, he actually manages to slam him down there. I've seen a lot of people talking about this moment. It's like, oh yeah, Toka fucking destroyed Sin, blah blah. Really, really fun moment though. Jesus, that dagger offhand, guys, that's crazy. I actually think as well, you can't see because my overlay hides it. We can maybe fix this somehow. But I think it was the flat damage of the dagger that got the kill. It wasn't torment or anything. But yeah, that was really fun. Sorry, let me put chat on screen. I haven't seen chat for ages. Some bastards rezzing me as well in the actual game right now, so I keep dying to things and then coming back. All right, okay, so yeah, hi chat. Hopefully you are all entertained. All right, now what do we got next? Oh, did I already load it up? No, I didn't. All right, so now it's all the final game. This is the one at the end. Team USA have just beat them on Kylo. The game opens. This is the opening mid-fight. We see Jeff and Firebrand Scourge outnumbered. This we saw so much. Firebrand Scourge outnumbered. They're 2v3. Team USA committing like this allows them to get a plus on Far, which I think is what we saw. Toka plus his warrior over here, allowing Far to fall. So these two fighting that you can see here, this is winning their team the side notes because their allies are securing everything else, okay? I don't know why this is a clip. We see a huge Condi, but look at the torment there, but Nara has to keep moving through it. So much torment comes in. I think that was a great flip from Frosty over on rank 55. The res from Jeffies, they do manage to get it. Is it Jeff or Jeffies, by the way? I don't even know. And they just pull away. I don't know. That was just an interesting moment at the start there. Not so much to analyze there. Maybe I missed something else. A little bit later in, we see Toka comes in to plus his allies. And the warriors here as well. Oh, I think we're about to see Team USA's warrior get some nasty greatsword damage. Are we about to see that? Yeah, here we go. So he's in the Rampage. He manages to kill Frosty in Rampage. And I guess maybe this replay is we're just watching the cleave over the body as rank 55 furiously reses. Look at the health of Frosty here. 80%, 83, 90, 94, 95, 96, 97, 93, 97, 98, 99. And finally he's up. But then they blow him up again. I don't know. Maybe we were just looking at that just ridiculous downstate body cleave. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't too good at the replays on this one. And then last but not least, still everything to play for. Team USA had an early advantage. Rank 55 coming back in heavily right now with a 2-cap in their favor that they're able to defend, and they're currently 3-capping their close. This is just before, well, it's a little bit before the Trank comes up. This final that you guys watched, I don't know whether anyone has taken note of this, but it was really 2 separate games in one that you were watching, because basically you had the opening moments, which we've been watching so far, but as soon as the double cap and the triple cap come up, as soon as Tranquility comes in play, just 2 players become eliminated for the rest of the game, basically, and you're now watching a very different style of game where it's a 4v4. And that's something that you should always consider. If you're really trying to get good, you should always consider that for this map. There's a high chance that both teams are going to go down to 4v4, and you want to think about how your comp scales at those levels. Like, you need to invest the right person into that infinite 1v1 down at Trank. You need to. Because you need to make sure you invest the right person. What we saw here was Team USA kept their Mesmer up on the field, while rank 55 did not when that stalled out. I don't have a clip of that. But that affected things. Roy, actually, in the middle of the cast, was trying to make that point that that meant Team USA continued to have a portal available to them on the 3 nodes in their 4v4, while rank 55 didn't, and maybe that helped Team USA to some extent. Obviously, it came down to the wire anyway, so it's not necessarily one team made the wrong decision at Trank or whatever. But yeah, it was really 2 halves. It was a 5v5 and then a 4v4 later, kind of. They only flipped down to interact with Trank for a moment, if you remember. We did follow them on the camera, but then we left. So anyway, this clip here, Team USA really needs this. I don't know why this is a replay. Here, yeah, we're watching last. Okay, look at this. I swear this is a big greatsword burst. Surely. Yeah, look at this. Here you go. Shield bash. 5k arcing strike. And now the 100 plates comes out. He even gets a 2k cleave. Guys, this is not common, all right? I know you PvEers are like, yeah, I get 60k very regularly out my 100 blades. Listen, this is PvP. A 15k 100 blades is not common to get, okay? Amazing. So amazing cleave here. I seem to have just caught a bunch of replays of people killing Frosty. I think my secret hate for Frosty is coming through here because apparently it's just all about like him hitting the deck and going down. This is what excited me the most. I'm sure that there were a lot of equal moments with Naru going down as well. But yeah, so that was the last one I took, really. So there you go. I did want a little section on that on the day, but maybe better for another point. Yeah, you kind of have to focus on the Scourge, Yo Matter Gaming. It's not just because it was Frosty or whatever, but, you know, when you're in... as the meta is structured right now, you kind of go for that. It's very good, though. Some people say, oh, Scourge is too OP, Firebrand's too OP. It's actually not that they're too OP. I think that, like, power level-wise and role designation, it's really healthy and good for the scene right now. It's very clear, like, how compositions are structured. It's not all so nebulous and, like, amorphic. I think it's really, really good. What I want to see now, though, is another DPS heavy role, perhaps Rev or something, be able to fill, and you can have either a Scourge or another slot, right? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see have a Firebrand or a Tempest. I don't want running a Tempest to be just some massive joke. You know, like, or a support Druid or a Ventari Rev. I want to see that there's the power level that Firebrand is at, the power level that Scourge is at. It kind of has to be there. Otherwise, if they drop too much lower, I think we'll just see a ton of duelists and it will change very much. And it's not so fun to spectate. It's not so easy to unpack. So I think that they should stay at the power level they are right now. It's just I want to see build diversity now, which means bringing... and that's good for ArenaNet as well. The balance team should be enthused to do buffs because all the morons online love seeing buffs. Buffs equal good balance. Nerfs equals bad balance, guys. Remember, that's literally what the internet thinks. So, and this is an opportunity for the devs to do that to just some other support specs, some other styles like like Scourge, sorry. Where are the ANET servers? They moved. They're like Amazon hosted now or something. I can't remember. But basically, what you saw in that tournament, most players will have been around the 150 to 200 ping level. They all will have been around there. It will have been reasonably even. What I don't like about the Scourge is Scourge does not get punished from spamming his shades whenever he can. It recharges so fast. I do think that hitting Life Force generation just a little bit more would do wonders for Scourge skill cap play, because good Scourges will know how to charge on staff and they can go really hard on that and utilizing other things. I'd like to see that for Scourge, but they've addressed your concern there with recent balance. They have increased the cooldown for all of those. The skill floor for Scourge has raised massively as of the most recent balance patch. What you're saying was a very healthy observation and criticism maybe 3 months ago. Not so much anymore, though. Scourge is in a better place there now. Turn off slow mode, says Half. I'd love to, dude. How do I do that? I'm not a streamer. Really? How do I turn off slow mode? Yeah, well, it's not the same both ways, Shino. That's not fair. It's not the same both ways. If you live West Coast NA and you play an EU tournament, you will have quite high ping. But if you are the majority of EU territories, you can play on NA with reasonable ping. Or even lower than NA equivalents. That's a very wordy, weird sentence I just offered. What's the command that I type, guys, to turn off slow mode? Yeah, like when I play NA, I have like 130 ping-ish. I'm not a streamer, says the doctor. Okay, I'm not a good streamer. I don't really focus on streaming. I'm very impromptu with it. I just sort of go for it. I know you have been pretty critical of the tourney, which says to me you're constantly wanting to up your game and get better. But do you consider it a success? What were your thoughts immediately after the tournament? The tournament was probably the most fun I've had all week. Yeah, I think it was a success. I just think it could have been a much bigger success. That's the thing. I'm a bit of a Debbie Downer, right? Like, I don't know. It could have been a much, much, much bigger success. It was a success, though, and I think everyone should be really happy. And all the people who... Listen, it's not my success, though. That's the other thing. It's not my success. It's fucking Chow's success, and it's Roy's success, and it's the admin success. It's the people who ran the tourney and ponied up the money and like, did that. That's why it was a success, and future ones will be the same. I'm just like a little bit of icing on top. That's their event, man. I'll take real credit for like any other thing when I'm actually properly running it myself and whatnot. But it's them that did it. I was just like the conduit that put on the internet. Anyone could have done what I did. What do I mean by bigger success? What does that look like? Get more people talking about it. Get more people understanding it's happening beforehand. Get more people watching it at the same time. Get more people inspired at the end of it. That's what I mean by bigger success. And just better production values on my end as well. It looks very amateur. What I did yesterday looks very amateur just because of how everything broke, because it was custom arenas, not 80s. I can't believe how much broke because of that. Like those stupid gold boxes that were there constantly on the overlays. I've decided I don't like the score meters where I currently have them positioned filling up. There's a lot of little things like that I didn't like. Not remembering to tick up the numbers when another match was won from one team or the other. Slowly typing out the new teammate names each time. All of those things. That's lame, man. I could do better prep on that. That's not professional. Thoughts on the underwater update? I did a whole video on that just earlier in the week, man. I don't feel like repeating myself. But you can definitely go check that out if you'd like. Oh, now he's in chat. Oh, he's talking about ping, yeah. Yeah. Oh, turn off slow mode is just /slow off. Alright, there you go, guys. Sorry about slow mode. I don't even know how slow mode works. What does that do? Just kills lots of people's comments? What is that? Well, Alodas, I wanted the teams to use proper guild names, and I wanted to have their icons and stuff on there. I did, but another thing, like, it's not all my fault. ArenaNet, just for some reason, don't have guild UI hooked up when you're playing in custom arenas. So lots of the players did do that. They did. But it still shows their temporary names when they queue in on the custom arena. So all my prep and work for that is gone. So I'd love to see them fix the hotkey shit. I'd love to see them fix that. There's lots of little things they could do for casting. I don't know whether they're looking for feedback on that stuff anymore, though. Ben is the only person that seems to interact on behalf of the PvP team, so... The same person can only post once every X seconds. Oh, I see. Alright, well, there you go, guys. Slow mode's off. Sorry if you already talked about it. Just had to move away from PC. How did you isolate replays during the games? That was cool. You set up replay buffers in OBS. Recent versions of OBS have that. It's very simple. And then I use an OpenGL output for VLC, and I have VLC defaulted to be mute, to be slow-mo. I use filters to slightly drain a little bit of saturation out of it. I have a hotkey to turn it on and off, and I have my control bar through VLC. So that's how I do it. I taught Jebra how to do it as well, and he's doing that on UGOs now. Production quality's gone up a bit across the board, I hope. Oh, there you go. Speak of the devil. At custom arenas with guild teams, I'm not sure what that will entail. Oh, I feel really mean now. I've been like openly like critical, and there's these people in chat that might take it to heart. I'm sorry. You know, all I want is just if they do, I don't know. There's other ways around it. Now that I know, basically, I'm not even asking the devs to do anything on this. It's just once. Now that I know that it's a thing, that the game isn't consistent how it handles stuff, I can take measures in 3 months on the next Mist Challenges. So, by the way, guys, when Mist Challenges were starting, I did say to the guys, I'd be down for doing the first 2, and if they continue to be a success, I'll keep going. What I want to see for the next Mist Challenges, it gets bigger. I want to see more people, more teams now. I want to see more viewers. I want to see it grow a little bit. That's what I'm excited to see. If it's smaller, though, I don't know. So we'll see what we do. Hopefully I'll have my proper PvP guide out by then, and that'll be good. Ben, while you're here, if you are going to do anything, if you can fix the hotkey thing with the spectating, that would be amazing. That would be so, so good. Because that really fucked the camera up. There you go. Spam comments. You guys can spam the emotes and stuff now. The other thing I'm not sure... Give me feedback on this, guys. I'm not sure how chat was. I've spoken to the mods a little bit. And I referenced it a little bit here on today's random stream. I am curious, though. How do you guys feel about the giveaways through it? Do you think that chat was really boring and lame? Like, what's the consensus there? Would it have been better if it was copy pastas about, you know, whatever, or what? Oh, Ben says I don't get offended. Good, man. I guess that's why you're so prominent on the internet. Thick skin. Ben gonna save the community esports. It's amazing. Every time Ben leaves a message, like, I'm sure, like, that just he goes up in the community's estimation. You've got to be careful, man. They'll turn on you one day. That's what will happen. You're currently the hero, but you will live to see yourself the villain. All right. You've got to be very careful. You need to vanish into the distance at some point where no one will notice. Wait, there will be chairs. Oh, here at Heart of the Mist chairs. Yeah, they need to. Do you remember that? Was that on your stream, Nary? I said that they should put chairs in the exclusive area so that all the PvE people, like, there should be a chair for the armchair commander that you can only get if you place highly and illegal in the monthly in that section. That's the only way to get it. That'd be hilarious. That would, in a bizarre way, they should have an equivalent for World versus World and put a chair there as well. And then it's like the ultimate PvX title. Almost. Oh, no, Yo Matter. I know that I should ignore chat on events like that, but I mean, my dream. I have a dream. My dream is all the conversation, all of it, is perfectly immaculately about the quality of the players and the rotations we're seeing and the builds and matchups, and everyone's like an analyst in chat. Everyone's an analyst, and they you know, it's all very tribal and, oh, my team's the better team because of this. That's what I'd like to see. But the closest any Twitch chat ever gets on that is EU is better than NA. That's basically it. You're gonna get EU NA, or the other one where they're like, haha, I'm a Twitch person who jokes about EU NA. You never get any deeper than that. So that's my I have a dream speech. Maybe in 50 years we'll see that's a reality. Oh, Yo Matter says I ignore the chats. Yeah, well, I understand that as well. Had some good feedback. People said the game looked really good. I don't know why. It looks no different to any of my other PvP content. Yeah, I don't know how we could do giveaways without touching chat. I'm not sure if that's possible. What about all the Pog champs when someone makes a play? I like that, actually. I think that's cool. That's fine. That's like the internet's way of having a crowd roar, right? When you go to like a football match or something. That's good. The Pog champs are all right. The dream will happen. I don't think it will. It's Twitch, man. It's not going to happen. It's fine. I accept defeat on that one. Born too early to explore the world, too late. Too late to explore the world, too early to explore the galaxy, but just in time to see Pog champs in Twitch chat. That's cool, Chow. It's good to see you in chat here. Guys, I have to run as well. I'd love to chat more about it, but really, this is not really a big mainstream here. I got stuff to do. So thanks very much for coming. Thanks for the feedback. Can I just be very, very clear? It's not like a platitude. It's not phatic speech. If you have feedback, if you want to talk about, like, other little things, you can throw me a message anywhere. And if it's feedback that I'm looking for, I'll say thanks very much. If not, I'll say thanks, but I'm not looking for feedback on that specific thing. And we'll see how we go from there. But yeah, cheers everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the event yesterday. Massive props and thanks to Chow and all the admins and everyone in chat right now who was running that, because they deserve bigger props than I do. And maybe we'll have a better, proper stream tomorrow. I don't know. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.